Something I can do you folks for?
Howdy, ma'am. We thought you could give us a little help.
Sit down! Whoa! There, we're just talking to the sheriff.
Who's doing the talking? You or the gun? What do you want?
We're looking for a friend of ours who's up in the mountains.
Put the gun down. I know these mountains better than anyone. Let these people go.
This ain't a negotiation, friend.
It is to me.
Okay. Let's negotiate. How am I doing?
You put the gun down and your friend dies.
Well, he ain't my friend.
You got that right.
Okay. Why don't you go ahead and do it?
Get the gun off the girl. Now.
Take the gun off the girl, sweetheart. You can't kill me.
I'm gonna break you in off.
It's gonna last for an eternity.
In the opening scene, we are introduced to police officers, Lee and Rhodes, scoping out the headquarters of a drug trafficking group. However, before they proceed, Lee gives Rhodes a watch as a gift and keepsake. They then began to ambush. But it appears that they failed to find a single individual present. The two left the headquarters and went outside to examine the situation. However, it turned out that the crooks were hiding in a secret area inside the headquarters.
And I just thought of something.
Well, a little late.
Throw out your weapon now!
All right, all right.
Dream on, amigo.
Oh, I know where you live now. Oh, is that your daughter? I'm gonna pay her a visit after I kill you.
Lee then ordered Rhodes to depart, anticipating an impending explosion. The blast eventually spared Rhodes, but it instantly killed Lee. After 4 months, the setting moves to the city of Nevada, where police officers are seeking to apprehend the criminals who have just completed their heist. However, a hacker successfully hijacked the police signal, forcing the officers to lose sight of the robbers that night. It is known that these bandits stole $10 million from a casino in the city. We also discovered that a man named Banks commanded the robbery, while an elderly man named Lawson served as the mastermind. After carrying out the action, Lawson promptly left the area to destroy the car used to remove traces. Shortly after Lawson left, Banks and his men opened the bag containing their loot, but instead of money, they discovered an active bomb. Lawson had sealed the single exit, making it impossible for them to flee. They also discovered that Lawson, who possessed all the robbery money, had framed them. Meanwhile, Banks attempts to defuse the device. Lawson, who had amassed all of the robbery money, attempted to ignite the device using his mobile phone. However, unexpectedly, Banks was able to deactivate the bomb in time, preventing the terrible detonation. As a result of Lawson's trap and betrayal, Banks and his squad have resolved to quickly hunt down and eliminate him. Banks then directed his hacker, Geary, to trace Lawson's movements using a tracking device he had earlier concealed in Lawson's clothing. The picture then turns to Rhodes, who is having a picnic with his daughter in the countryside. He receives word that his daughter, Kim, will be meeting a friend at that time. Soon after her daughter left, Rhodes prepared a weapon to hunt with a friend who was waiting in the wilderness. Shortly after her daughter's departure, Rhodes received a call from a sheriff, who requested an immediate report to the police station due to Kim's theft from a convenience shop. Simultaneously, the sheriff interrogates Kim for larceny at the police station, while Banks and his crew come and ask for the sheriff's help in finding Lawson.
Something I can do you folks for?
Howdy. Ma'am. We thought you could give us a little help.
Lawson is now hiding in a forest, but Banks's crew does not know how to enter and depart the jungle. Meanwhile, Lawson looks to be wandering through the woodland toward the border. Let's return to Rhodes, who had just arrived at the police station and observed two of Banks' men standing outside.
Sit down! Whoa! There, we're just talking to the sheriff.
Who's doing the talking? You or the gun? What do you want?
We're looking for a friend of ours who's up in the mountains.
Banks reacted by explaining that he had arrived to solicit the sheriff's assistance in locating a man hiding in the city forest. However, the sheriff's refusal to assist compelled them to seize control of the police station, where Kim, Rhodes' daughter, resided. Upon learning of the situation, Rhodes offered his assistance in finding Lawson, contingent on the release of Kim and the sheriff. Banks also consented to Rhodes' arrangement, agreeing to release Kim later but not the sheriff.
Put the gun down. I know these mountains better than anyone. Let these people go.
This ain't a negotiation, friend.
It is to me.
Okay. Let's negotiate.
Then a Banks subordinate entered and aimed a gun at Rhodes from behind, but Rhodes deftly reversed the position.
Okay. Why don't you go ahead and do it?
Get the gun off the girl. Now.
Take the gun off the girl, sweetheart.
Unfortunately, the gun turned out to be empty, forcing Rhodes to obey Banks' orders, as opposing them would endanger his daughter's life. Rhodes purposely suppressed the fact that Kim was his biological daughter. In essence, they started the hunt by taking Kim as a hostage, hoping to prevent Rhodes from causing trouble. As they approached the woodland, they located Lawson's car and the tracking device he had released. This discovery meant they could no longer trace Lawson's movements across the jungle. Kim appears to be terrified owing to the criminal's threats, but her father reassures her that they will soon be able to flee. During their journey, Rhodes briefly observed Kim asking Dominica for permission to urinate. However, he soon heard a cry from Kim, revealing that one of Banks' crew was about to rape her.
Wait your fucking turn.
Okay. What the hell is going on here?
He had his hands on the girl.
So, what business is it of yours where he puts his hands? Dominica, did he hurt you? Ah.
Knowing that his squad members were causing the pandemonium, Banks immediately ordered one of them, Jensen, to end him. Then, when Banks suspected Rhodes had a close relationship with Kim, he declared his intention to shoot him. Kim, seeing her father's treatment, naturally referred to him as her father. At this point, the gang realized Kim and Rhodes were indeed father and daughter. The hacker, accustomed to operating in the background, initiated a new upheaval as the turmoil subsided and the hunt became more focused. This time, the hacker complained of weariness and ran out of water. Jensen was upset with the hacker's behavior and casually gave him a drink of his urine. Naturally, This angered the hacker, resulting in a physical conflict between them. While the brawl was going on, Rhodes, seeing an opening, advised Kim to flee quickly. Regrettably, Banks intervened, threatening to kill Rhodes and Kim if they attempted to act again. After trekking all day, they decided to relax. As everyone fell asleep, Rhodes tried to free Kim's hands, but Jensen quickly interfered and smacked Rhodes on the head. The following day, they resumed their hunt for the Canadian border, expecting Lawson to be there. During their voyage, Rhodes uncovered a map that Lawson had allegedly used to start a campfire, implying that Lawson's current location was not far from theirs. Later, while sleeping on a tree, the hacker discovered the death of Rhodes' friend, who had been hunting in the forest. After studying the deceased, Rhodes concluded that Lawson, believed to be a member of Banks' group, had murdered his companion. After that, they resumed their search and eventually found Lawson, who was leaning on a tree. Lawson appears weak and injured, most likely as a result of a fight with Rhodes' deceased companion. Banks immediately inquired about the proceeds of the robbery. Despite the circumstances, Lawson declined to comment. Instead, he insulted them, portraying them as a group of easily fooled, foolish thieves. Of course, this enraged them all, including Dominica, who immediately executed Lawson. After that, Banks and his group lost interest in recovering the money, but Kim recommended they explore the river near Lawson's potential hiding spot. Kim deliberately took this action to avert the execution of her and her father for their perceived insignificance. They ultimately found the money, but it was dangerously near the brink of the cliff. When none of Banks' gangs dared to pursue it, Rhodes took advantage of the situation by making an offer. Rhodes offered to go for the money in exchange for Kim's release. However, Banks denied the offer at the time, stating that he would only release Kim if the money was already in his possession.
He's coming back up.
I'm okay.
However, as soon as Banks gained possession of the money, he fired a shot at Rhodes. Jensen then severed the rope, causing Rhodes to tumble down the steep cliff. Then, just as Banks was ready to eliminate Kim, she surprisingly disclosed that she had a way out of the wilderness. When Banks heard this, he changed his mind about killing Kim, and Kim led him out of the forest. On her way out of the jungle, Geary approaches Kim, drawn to her attractive face, and proposes a relationship. However, Kim refused Geary, which incensed him. Geary immediately battered Kim viciously, but Dominica stood up for her and quickly defeated Geary. Fed up with Gary's antics, Banks and his gang decided to leave him alone. Meanwhile, it appears that Rhodes is still alive and has instantly buried himself to recover from his gunshot wound. He took a backpack with backup supplies and discovered a crossbow. Banks and the others decided to relax in the evening after a long day of trekking and famine. When they were about to eat, Jensen told them all the food was in Gary's rucksack. Meanwhile, we observed the surviving Geary relaxing with plenty of food. However, being alone in the heart of the forest made Geary nervous in case a wild thing attacked him. Meanwhile, Rhodes was busy preparing some arrows to use against Banks and his group. After preparing the weapons, Rhodes promptly went to counterattack Banks and his members, beginning with the elimination of Geary.
Shit. Come on! Bring it! Ah! I know which way they went! If you kill me, you'll never find out! I'm begging you.
Where are they going?
I don't know exactly.
The next day, as Banks and the others began their journey, Kim had a strong belief that her father was still alive. Kim provided a clue for her father to find her location because she was so certain of it. While the others continue walking, Jensen stops to light a cigarette along the road. Rhodes, aware of Jensen's split from Banks, appeared in front of him, starting the fight.
I knew you weren't dead.
Later, Banks and Dominique called Jensen, but he did not respond. In the end, Banks and Dominica chose to leave Jensen. Meanwhile, Kim believes her father has successfully killed Jensen. After trekking a long distance and almost reaching the Canadian border, Rhodes appeared and tossed a heavy log at Banks. However, the log struck Dominica, killing her instantly. An agitated Banks then threatened to kill Kim if Rhodes continued to disturb him. Banks then tried to shoot Rhodes, eventually trapping him and forcing him to fall down the ravine. Banks then persuaded Kim into accompanying Rhodes to the nearest border. Meanwhile, Rhodes emerged, regained his composure, and persistently followed Banks. But it appears that Banks and Kim had arrived at the border, where Banks instantly killed 3 individuals who were camping. After running out of bullets and time, Banks planned to knock Kim unconscious while he fled on a motorcycle. Soon after, Rhodes arrived and ordered Kim to seek help. When Banks arrived at the settlement, he had to immediately hide due to the sound of approaching vehicles. However, as soon as Banks knew Rhodes was chasing him, he made an immediate attempt to flee. Finally, Banks fled to a warehouse. Fortunately, Rhodes discovered Banks' whereabouts and engaged in furious combat there. After successfully defeating Banks, Rhodes departed with the money bag. Kim's meeting with her father coincided with Banks' sighting.
I'm back!
I want to step back.
You think I'd let you take my money? You can't kill me! You hear me?
I hunt to kill.
Oh, fuck.
Banks dies a horrible death, and Rhodes successfully rescues his daughter. Thank you for watching. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe for more recaps. Until next time, have a wonderful day.